What's up, y'all? John here, enjoying this beautiful Saturday morning. The geese are flying by out here on the Mulberry Fork of the beautiful, mighty Black Warrior River. And I was just going to tell a little story. But before I do that, I've gotten 4 followers this week. I'm really stoked on that. But I'd love to get to 100 by the end of the week. Maybe that's an unrealistic goal. I don't know. But if there's any way y'all could help me out with that by clicking the like, clicking the subscribe, it would go a long way, and I would really appreciate it. So, and I'm gonna try to have some cool content on this channel. Like I'm gonna talk about gardening and homesteading as my partner and I develop this 3.5 acre property that we're here on the river. It's sloped. It's really going to be like a food forest more so than it's not going to be like a big open pasture. We just don't have that. It's not what it's going to be. But anyway, I'm going to be working on that. Hopefully, talking about that a lot. But also probably going to be talking about music, records, tapes I'm listening to. Maybe talk about vintage wrestling some. Probably talk a little bit about geopolitics, but I don't know if I really even want to get into that. Got a boat coming by. Don't know how loud it's going to be. Anyway, I'm just out here sipping coffee. I've recently started drinking it black. Let this boat go by. Started drinking it. Started drinking it black just because I'm like, man, dude, same reason I stopped drinking sweet tea. I'm in Alabama. We drink some sweet tea. But I'm like, bro, with as much tea as you want to drink, same with coffee, you can't be drinking all that sugar. So I cut that out. And, it took me like a day of being like, man, black coffee sucks, to be like, actually, black coffee is pretty good. So I've been enjoying it. Anyway, I'm going to take us back to 1998, 1999, the school year of 98, 99. I would have been 11 years old and in 6th grade. And, wrestling was at its complete cultural peak, biggest it's ever been up to that point, biggest it's been since. It just completely infiltrated the cultural zeitgeist. And as a 10-year-old and 11-year-old, I was obsessed. All my friends in school were obsessed. It's like all we talked about. We didn't know about Grand Theft Auto yet. That wasn't a thing yet. I don't even know. PlayStation was barely becoming it. I guess PlayStation 1. Anyway, we didn't have a lot going on back then. So 6th grade year, and I really think this would have been spring of 99 if my memory serves me. The entire boys' 6th grade class divided into wrestling factions. And when I say the entire, I mean, it was maybe 30 or 40. I graduated with 83 people. So it probably was around 40 kids, and maybe 1 or 2 didn't participate. But yeah, everybody divided up into wrestling factions. You had over here, you were oh, we're 4 Horsemen. Oh, we're NWO. We're DX. Black guys were we're Nation of Domination. Mexican dudes were we're Latino World Order. Everybody just divided up, and we would jump each other in between classes or in PE. And not seriously, we weren't trying to hurt each other. But we'd have little skirmishes, little wrestling skirmishes, and the teachers for sure knew what was going on because we were talking about it in class. And I can even remember one of the teachers being what are y'all talking about? But she for sure knew because we weren't, we'd have been dumb to think they weren't picking up on what we were putting down, So it culminated with, I was not in this PE class, but in one of the PE classes, Sharon Barnhill got power bombed through a table. That was what everybody was saying. Now, he probably weighed all of 65 pounds. So probably realistically, somebody picked him up and slammed him onto a table, and Coach Honeycutt saw it and sent them to the principal's office. And then they were probably well, this is what's going on. We're all wrestlers now. And the next day, I don't think it was an assembly, but we would meet in the gym. We would all sit in the gym waiting on homeroom to start, when you would arrive at school in the morning. And I think our principal, Mr. Stewart, told all the 6th grade boys to hang back after all the other kids went to class. And he was just y'all, you've got to cut this wrestling shit out. He was like, Sharon Barnhill just got power bombed through 3 flaming tables. Like, what is wrong with y'all? No more. And that was the end of it. And I think I had forgotten that even happened for several decades until, last year, in the last year or two, that memory came back to me and I was like, wow, that was a really wild time. Now they would probably be like the way they are in schools, and maybe rightfully so. They'd be like, this is gang activity. And like, we would have all probably been like kicked out or suspended. So anyway, that's all I got for today. I appreciate anybody that's tuned in and listened. Yeah, y'all rock. Hit that like and subscribe. You'll literally make my day. All right. Peace.